Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 3. So in Module 3, we are starting to prepare for our first major writing assignment, which is a paragraph length assignment. What you're going to be working on is called the illustration paragraph. And in this module, you'll be learning about illustration and then also planning your illustration paragraph. And what happens is you'll do these for each of your major writing assignments. You'll have an assignment in the module before it that is a planning and brainstorming assignment, and you'll turn that in. And with that assignment, it allows me to see what you're planning on doing for your whatever it is, the paragraph or the essay. And then it also allows me to provide feedback and allows me also to make sure that students are not using a topic that would not work for the assignment. So making sure that you aren't doing anything that would cause you to lose a lot of points or not get any points for writing something because you've chosen something that wouldn't work. So I'm just going to show you what the module looks like. You'll see some things that look similar. Our readings page here has some information on it about illustration reading. And so we've got this chapter here that covers how to write an illustration paragraph. And I also have a video here that covers what illustration does. Illustration is also called exemplification, which is the providing of examples. So you have kind of an overall, your thesis is always going to be a kind of statement about what it is that you're going to cover, and then the examples you'll provide examples for the thesis. So it's a very standard way of writing, and I think that for most students this style of writing is pretty easy to get into, and they're fairly used to providing or illustrating an idea. So let me get to the student view here. So the illustration paragraph assignment, this is what the assignment itself looks like, and you're being assigned it now, but you will not finish it and submit it until the next module. So we usually have 2 to 3 modules for each of our major writing assignments, and kind of keep that in mind. So we'll spend several weeks on one thing. So you're going to plan it now, and then you'll actually write the paragraph itself in the next module. So here is just the assignment itself and what you're going to be thinking about. For your topic, I want you to choose something out of the textbook. For the later writing assignments in this class, you'll be able to pick your own topic. For this one, though, I want you to choose from the list on page 84. So you have in your Evergreen textbook, you can see this is blurry. In your Evergreen textbook on page 84 is suggested topic sentences for illustration paragraphs. The first one being, even the busiest people can incorporate more exercise into their daily routines. So that is, if you choose that one, that's going to be your very first sentence. And then the next sentence is going to start into your examples. So as you write the paragraph, that's what it's going to look like. So you're going to choose your topic sentence here from the list provided, and there's some variety there. So everyone should be able to find one that they feel comfortable writing about, and that they have some examples from their own life and experiences that they can provide. And that's the important thing, is since this is an example paragraph, this providing examples of or illustrating, you have to figure out which one of these would be good to illustrate your point with. So for example, number 14 is part-time jobs teach students valuable lessons. If you have had at least 3 part-time jobs or have learned at least 3 good lessons from having a part-time job, that would be a good one to pick, because then you can illustrate that main point, because that's going to be the first sentence of your paragraph. So the other requirements here, your paragraph will be between 7 and 10 sentences long. It's not going to go over 10, but it shouldn't be less than 7. It's a single paragraph. We're not writing a full essay, just one paragraph. And then you're going to be transitioning between examples, and there's examples of transition words in the chapter that you'll be reading. And then you'll have at least 2 two examples, two specific or developed examples. 3 is kind of a magic number when we're working in essays, and so 3 would also be appropriate, but we're trying to keep this as is your first writing assignment. We want to keep it simple, so 2 to 3 main examples that you're going to provide would be good. And then the rest, obviously, you're going to use first person pronouns. It's about you, so you can talk about yourself. And then you'll want to make sure that you're using MLA format as you type it. So that's the essay assignment. We are not writing this paragraph assignment. We're not writing that yet. You are planning it here. And so what you're going to do first is decide what your topic is going to be, and in order to do that, you're going to do this free write. So these planning and brainstorming assignments, you'll see them in multiple modules, and the whole idea is just to get that pre-writing practice and be able to plan what you're doing, and also give me a chance to respond and give you feedback on your topic idea. So the first thing you're going to do is a free write. To do a free write, set a timer for 10 minutes, open up a Word document, label it as part 1, and then just start typing. Anything that comes to mind. It should be kind of a mixed up paragraph of random ideas that come to mind. The idea is that you would choose some sentences out of here. So let's say I want to do television shows and movies glamorize violence. And then what does that make me think of? Maybe I start typing about the most recent movie that I watched that had a lot of violence in it, which I can't think of the name of it. Oh, I watched that Extraction movie on Netflix with Chris Hemsworth in it, and that had a lot of violence in it. So I'm just going to keep going with that. And I'm keep typing and coming up with different things that are related to that. And maybe I get off track and maybe I start typing, you know, I hate doing free writes, or wow, I really need to clean my room, or I wish my cat would stop fighting, or something like that. And I'm just typing whatever is coming to my mind, and I'm just going to go a free flow of writing. So you want to try to pick at least 3 of the sentences to write about, and these are some things that you can think of before you start typing. But again, because it's a free write, it should just be whatever is coming to your head. And so you just want to keep going and going and going. You don't want to stop and correct errors. You want everything, everything can be misspelled, that's fine. You're just going to keep going, lots of ideas. The idea is that you generate a lot of stuff. So then the second part of this is to look back at your free write and decide, would any of these or any of the 3 that you chose, would any of them make a good paragraph? Do you feel like you could write about them? And so you're going to then pick that sentence that you've chosen. So if I'm going to do television shows and movies glamorize violence, I'm going to use that. And then I decide I'm going to write it here. If I decide I'm not going to make any changes, the specific sentence, sometimes you might, so there are a couple of sentences where you have the option to change a few words, and that's fine, but you're not going to go beyond what the main idea is. And then you're going to write examples that you want to put in there. So I'm going to probably list the 3 most recent movies that had a lot of violence in them that I watched. And then specific details that I can remember from the movies. I just watched Cocaine Bear. That was a very violent movie. There's a guy, there's body parts everywhere. So I could definitely put that down on there. And then what questions or concerns do you have about this assignment? And this gives me a chance as your instructor to respond to or answer your questions as you're writing. And so then you can look back at my feedback as you're starting to write the paragraph itself, and then hopefully get some ideas from that. So that is the writing plan, and then the free write. So you're going to do this for your other major writing assignments. This is the first one though. We're practicing the pre-writing. So that's the one major assignment in the module. And then the second one is our first grammar quiz. We're going to have quite a few grammar quizzes in this class. And basically we're going to start with at the beginning of the grammar section of your textbook. So that starts as the textbook's divided into 3 sections. Which you may have noticed the first part is about writing, and then specific styles of writing, and then improving your writing. And that is going to be the section where you're going to have all these quizzes from. So the simple sentence grammar review is just going to be review of like how to spot different parts of a sentence, which is really important to learn all of these other grammar things that we're going to be doing this semester. And so I try to provide a video for you for each one so that you have something to watch as well as something to read, and then you'll take the quiz. All of the grammar quizzes are the same. That is, you'll get it pulls from a pool, and you just go through it and you are tested over whatever that specific grammar topic is. In this case, you're asked to identify parts of a sentence. You can take them as many times as you want to. It records the highest score, but because it pulls from a pool, the questions will be different each time. So just kind of keep that in mind. You may want to take it more than once, just so that you know, you get a better sense of what the grammar lesson is that you're trying to learn. So that is the module. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, I hope you have a great week.